Wanted to choose peace and self-love, but self-love is included in peace. I heard that in my spirit. Well, I love that for you and us. And wealthiest rising. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes waiting for the freaking platform to come up, but you know, everything was doing what it was doing. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I had some of the best sleep that I done had in a long, very, very long time. Don't know if it was the sleep stream. Don't know if it was um, the jammies. I don't know. Anyway, I had a good night's rest. Right. I'm better back at it. What's going on? But man, let me tell you, something strange is happening. Um, First and foremost, let me do the intro and then I'll tell y'all. I got a video. I didn't post it. I don't think I'm supposed to post it. So, yeah. Anyway. So, hi guys. Welcome to my platform. This is a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless. So, when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So the next thing that we're going to do is Surah Al-Fatiha. Please and thank you, everybody. Welcome to a new day. Welcome to a new world. Welcome and welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. All right, so Surah Al-Fatiha, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you're displeased with or those who are astray. Then we have Psalms 91. All right, in Psalms 91 starts off, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Okay, so I had a pause in there because when I got to so that you will strike your foot against the stone, it reminded me of an old movie. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, called Romance in the Stone. I think it's like one of those adventure looking for artifacts type of thing, right? Then after I got past there, it was blackout, right? So let me tell y'all something. I need to look up the story of the walls of Jericho, because for some reason that is a thing. Now, when I woke up, y'all, I said already I had the best night's sleep, but something seemed off. As I was looking on my cameras, I kept seeing a big black shadow. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because it didn't make sense where it was. And then I looked at the other screen. That didn't make sense. And then I looked at the other screen, and that didn't make sense. So on one screen is one view of my house. The umbrella that I put up when we was doing the trailer thing, I left it there because I'm still doing the trailer thing, but it's been raining, so I haven't been able to come outside to do the trailer thing. The umbrella was down, but remember I stuck stakes into the ground to hold the umbrella, which is not a, crazy, because any type of wind would have been able to, lift it up maybe and pull the stakes out. But I put 2 stakes out, one on one side. That is laying on the ground. It's still laying on the ground right now. The other shadow that was flying is a big, huge ass fucking bird. But mind you, there's 2 of them, right? I didn't realize there was 2 of them until you know, my brain started working properly to kind of really understand what was happening on the screen. What's the story of Jericho? So then I noticed the other black shadow that is by the pool area should not be, because, you know, everybody, there's no water in the pool right now. I got to do a couple things to the pool, whatever. I got to pump it right now because I've been having that in my feeling for a couple days. Pump it out, get the shit out of it. So I'm gonna do that today. But I was looking on the screen and I'm saying that can't be. So I jumps up and I go look at the screen. I'm go look out the window because the screen is not making sense. So when I get to the window, I have these two big ass planters that are on each side of the pool. What they hold is the wire. Your dream girl 888. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. What they hold is the wire that goes to the lights that come on at nighttime. It's a solar light, right? But mind you, I've been having dreams, premonitions, something to take that light down from there because I told you the screen blacked out. When the blackout happens, those lights don't need to be there. But mind you, something weird is happening also, and I'm going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you this too. Because I keep having, I don't know if it's a premonition or deja vu, because deja vu, it didn't happen yet. So it could be deja vu. That area was cleaned out and I had put some stuff there. But then I keep getting the mindset that I got to get the stuff there, but the person that was supposed to get the building ain't come get the building. So that area looks totally different back there than in my brain than what it looks right now, right? Anyway, long story short, the Potters have these big 4x4 wood pieces that I concreted in them. So it would hold the wire across the pool area. So at nighttime when we was outside, I like a light, you know, lights and stuff just coming on all by themselves. Anyway, long story short, the fucking wood pole is inside the pool. Somehow the wood pole has now broken free from the planter that was concreted in. Mind you, from what I can see up here, I haven't been outside because, again, it's been one strange thing behind the next. So let me show y'all something. So I took a video because I'm saying ain't no fucking way, because when I got to the window, something else I noticed. Majestic Grace, I love you. Thank you for being here. Mind you, this is the other thing. The word I kept getting was omen, right? But don't be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. Y'all, when I got to the fucking window, my focus was on the fucking wood thing, because I'm saying, how the fuck did that break off? Because it literally broke off. And I get that it's wood, it's water, it's wet, it's this, that, and third. And I'm going to tell y'all something else that I've been getting, but I've been trying to leave that alone too, because I don't know what the fuck is happening, but something. Anyway, so my focus was on the wood. When I happened to look down, there's a big ass bird just facing my house, like it's on guard. Now we got to figure out how it got in the pool. Yeah, because all I got to do is rewind the cameras, hopefully whatever it caught. So anyway, it made me wonder if there was a storm last night. But mind you, I'm telling y'all, I was in the deepest sleep that I could have had. I turned the TV off. I remember when I grabbed the remote, and mind you, the streams was running. So that's why I also like night streaming, because I be doing shit in my sleep that I don't, know. Something was happening with the TV last night also, because for some reason it kept going commercial. Girl, it's not just one big bird. It's two of them. The one big bird is another bird that was sitting, remember, in the front yard guarding the fucking house. And I'm over here like, y'all, this shit ain't right. Like, I can't explain it. But again, I took the video and then I didn't post the video because not yet. Look at this shit. Okay, so what's happening? Let me go rewind. This is the bird, the first bird. This bird is facing my house. So the way he's looking is right at my door. Okay, so what's happening? That one's sitting on the pole that's up. That's the pole that's in the pool. He's watching. Y'all. Majestic Grace, it wasn't even months ago. Mind you, I stopped the video. This was like about 2 weeks ago. There was a bird that was sitting in the front of the house, in the front, right off to the side. So much so that it triggered me, because the night after it did that, I kept wondering why this bird was sitting there the whole entire time. And then I looked up and it was the fucking basketball there. And I told my son the next day, I said, something ain't right, because I kept watching this bird sit at the front of the fucking gate. And I know the bird was there because I showed the bird to y'all. I know the bird was there, but then all night long I was restless in my sleep. I kept focusing on why this bird was there. In the morning when I woke up, the fucking basketball was in place of the bird. Mind you, the basketball, I think, was in the middle of the grass. So I don't fucking know. Now it's 2 of them. Yes, it's 2 of them. So here he's sitting on top of the thing where I got the vegetables hanging. This is the other thing. Something is strange, because it's been a lot of flooding, right? And I'm going to tell y'all this because I wasn't trying to tell nobody nothing. I've been trying to just leave this shit to where the fuck it was, right? What ended up happening was I started to fix the pool in the summertime. I called a pool guy. He came over here. He emptied the fucking pool. I don't know if y'all remember this, because I did post some of the videos about it. He emptied the pool, took all the shit out of it, and literally we started filling the pool back up, because I want the pool filled back up, right? The TV and your mirrors are portals, so at nighttime all kinds of entities come through. Maybe you jump dimensions or time, mind you, or timelines. Man, that black thing was a bird. Yeah, the black thing was a bird. And let me tell you something, you not far off. And it's funny how y'all be picking up certain things that I ain't said nothing. So y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. Believe it, don't believe it. I almost don't want to say it because I'm gonna sound really fucked up, but I don't care. Okay, so this is me getting it out of my system, and whatever the fuck this is happens, I said it. All right. Okay, so the fact that he's saying that, mind you, keep showing me two versions of me. For some reason, I swear it's my doppelganger or me or the person are on the same timeline. And it's the weirdest fucking thing, because it's like what happened yesterday. It said I did something, I didn't do that. Mind you, even if the system did it, it was basically the same exact thing, a mirroring effect. So the fact that you use the mirrors is a thing, because most people would be afraid of the mirrors because the mirrors being a portal. But I told y'all, I got told don't cover my mirrors because literally I use them, right? Okay, so I started fixing the pool. Called the pool guy. He came over here. He cleaned the pool out. He emptied the pool. We were supposed to be, doing whatever we was doing. I started having dreams later on about this area flooding. And because they were trying to protect the house, they didn't want me to fill the pool back up. And so something ended up happening, and then it was very much that. Don't fill it back up yet, because it's not right. Like, it's going to save you in the end. But mind you, to me, I be thinking that it's very dangerous that, the pool don't have water in it, because that's a heavy ass drop. Like, that shit is fucking, you know, a deep ass slope. Mind you, and this is what I'm telling y'all is weird. Remember in the Bible where it said, as above, so below. So the water is here, but also the water is there. So the water that we see is also, because H2O, water, they can't make that. They know the ingredients, they can't make that. But mind you, the air is full of fucking water, right? Some days I be thinking it's because of my allergy medicine, but honestly it keeps giving me the feeling like it's too much moisture in the air, like it's almost drowning. So not that you would drown because you're in the ocean, but you would drown because you're just walking around here in the air. And this is why, and I ain't saying nothing because I ain't nobody's doctor or nothing, but if you notice, more people been coming out with pneumonia. That's fluid and liquid in your respiratory system. And it wasn't making sense because some days it's almost like I can hear it even when I, you know, am breathing or something. It's like drowning, but you're walking. And that's strange. So leave that because flooding. So there's some flooding that's supposed to happen. But mind you, the flooding and also the fucking, I keep getting catastrophic. Like the word is catastrophic. Shit falling the fuck down. Mind you, y'all saw the wood, the beam should not be down. But then in the process of that, it kept giving me Jericho. So I put up here Jericho because I wanted to remember what the fuck Jericho was. It was, you know, a thing. Because the umbrella's down, shouldn't be down. It was staked into the ground. The fucking wood thing is down. And I told y'all, Earth School, read the room. It's like that. So the universe be talking to us all the time. The bird showed up, too. The shit fell down, too. Neither one of them, both of them was strong enough that they should not have fallen down. So again, things like that, to me, say something. Somebody else would try to, you know, wipe it away. Okay, well, the wood was this, that, and the third, and da-da-da-da. Well, why the other one didn't fall the fuck down? They got put up there at the same fucking time. And even if, you know, this one got weathered differently or whatever, it's the things that our human mind would try to just scrape away. But meanwhile, spiritually, it's trying to tell us something. So, Majestic Grace, I'm sorry, let me go over here. I got to pull y'all back up because, and then I'm going to tell y'all what Jericho says. Anyway, something is coming the fuck down, just so y'all know. Because that's all the fuck I kept getting. And a while ago, it kept being things like Trojan horses, like, how even everybody looks at how what our government is doing, right? And this is the other thing. He said he's very spiritual. How everything happens, right? And so with our carnal eye, we'll see that they're doing this and it looked like for all intents purposes they're winning this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, us, because we can't see what's happening behind the scenes, we don't know that God set it up like that. Like that's the way that it was intended to be. Let me see. Where you at, Majestic Grace? The funny part was, even this morning, I made it so I didn't have to do too much. I was supposed to have a very calming morning. The program was up. I was sitting right there. I did my pajamas. And let me tell you what else happened, which is very strange. I posted a video. And I don't know if y'all watched my YouTube, my TikTok. I posted this video. I just want to let y'all know that I just woke up. And I had some of the best sleep I've had in a long time. Don't ask me why, don't ask me what happened. My backyard, though, is in chaos. So apparently there was a storm that I missed. But anyway, that's not why I came here. Sleep mask. And let me show y'all my cute pajamas. And they were so comfortable. Anyway, if this is something that you would be interested in, this is a 3D sleep mask. Even when I have on lashes, I'll be cool because they got this little, 3D contour type thing going on. My jammies. And I got on my little slippers. And they feel like a little cloud. So this is my night set. Click the link down below to get yours. I didn't post this video. This is not the video that I posted. This is an edited version of the video that I posted. Now, just so y'all know, when the video came back up, because when I logged back into TikTok to say something, to put the video up, I noticed this video went up. Y'all. And this is something that you would be cool because they got this little, 3D contour type thing going on. My jammies. And, and I got all my little slippers. They look like a little cloud. So this is my nightstand. The video should have been, and I have on lashes. I'll be cool because they got this little, 3D contour type thing going on. My jammies. And, and I got all my little, and you, they look like a little cloud. So this is my nice. The weird part is this, y'all. It's in my phone twice, right? It's in my phone twice. And I went to go through it to see if, because I downloaded it. That's the other part. The other one that was up, I downloaded. Let me see if it went to the drafts. The thing is when I said something about the shoes, I said, my shoes, I don't know if I got them in the right size or not, but what should have happened is I would have sized up. That should have been in the video. So when I noticed, let me see if it's over here. When I noticed that it was wrong, I tried to download it, but apparently it downloaded the same video over and over again. Y'all, I didn't post this video like this. Because I was trying to tell the people, like, if you purchase the shoes, then upsize them. I said that in the video. That's not the video that got posted. So then that's what also made me think about the fact that, okay, something ain't right. Because how is this shit happening? How is it that I'm doing this shit, but I know I'm not doing that shit? I know what the video was. I'm the one that fucking did the video. The video is an edited version of what I fucking did. It ain't making sense. Yesterday, I kept trying to record something. It wouldn't take the recording. It was almost like something in the system is telling me what I can post and when I can post it or how it's supposed to be posted. And I know that don't make fucking sense. But y'all, I'm watching the shit happen. I'm watching shit. My phone right now, listen. My phone right now, and my phone is not on automatic update. Just so y'all know, I took it the fuck off automatic update because it was weirding me the fuck out that shit like this was happening, right? So in my phone right now, this is all the tabs. All the tabs right here on that, on short page, all the tabs on private. There's nothing in my fucking phone. Now, that's highly unusual because on a daily basis, anybody that knows this area right here, right, I do Amazon. So because I do Amazon, I believe you live in a double world, two side. Listen. And I know that sounds fucked up and crazy, but something ain't fucking right. I don't care what nobody say. And I know it sounds psychotic, but I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This shit ain't right. My phone normally has like 32 fucking open tabs. When I went this morning, because again, I was having a peaceful ass morning. I'm having a peaceful ass morning. It's very, I woke up, I feel fucking good. Even though that shit is happening, I just charged it off to maybe a storm happened last night. So now I gotta go back and listen to the fucking sleep stream to see if I can even hear a storm. Because literally what I did was I turned the TV off in the middle of the night. I remember grabbing the remote, turning the TV off. But normally, do I normally do that? But something was fucking with me, something was fucking with me last night because it kept playing fucking commercials. And I'm saying, why is it playing that many fucking commercials? So anyway, when I did the video, I was saying, I woke up feeling so fucking refreshed. I had a good ass fucking night. It's doing the opposite reality. Something. Because literally, this is the thing. So when I go look at the time, I'm saying I'm gonna record this video, I'm gonna do this, but when I recorded the videos, when the glitchy shit started to happen, when all of a sudden now it's doing something strange. But I edited the video perfectly fine. I still had time enough to sit there because I was on. By 8:15 I had something else to do. I can't not do this thing at 8:15. So at this point it's like 7 something, and I'm over here basically trying to get everything together, and I'm over here thinking, okay, well, you can go get dressed, you can do, you know, your hair how you want to, you take the time to, you know, do what the shit that you need to do. But as I did the video, that's when the glitchy shit started. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, but mind you, got the feeling. So after I did the video, what I normally do is I go post the videos that I be having, I go post them to Amazon, to my Amazon thing, right? Then I come look at my phone and I notice it's fucking blank. I wouldn't delete that. The reason why I wouldn't delete that is because it's always hard for me to find my Amazon shit after it gets wiped out of my phone. So normally it'll just be a whole gang of them, so I don't have to go searching, logging in, doing this, doing that. I wouldn't have done that. So somehow overnight, last night, something happened in the system and my phone is not on automatic update. So why the fuck? So even with the process of after I noticed all that, so I just decided, fuck it, just go get dressed, go do what you need to do, whatever, right? That's when I noticed the double shit with the phone, with the video. So the video posted twice. One version over here, one version of this, but this is the other crazy ass thing. My phone, whenever I post a video to TikTok, because I know that I use my videos, it downloads to my phone. The video didn't download to my phone. I had to force it to download to my phone. That's not right. That don't make sense. I followed the same process. Like, I'm a creature of habit. That's the thing. Like, a nigga could kill me based off the fact that she's going to follow this pattern. I like consistency. So this is how, like, so shit like this, when shit like this starts to happen, this is how I'm able to pick it up really quickly, because I like consistency. I don't veer away from, like, the beaten path. I'm going to do this, this, and this the same fucking way every day, because I need to make sure that it is normal. It is right. Something's not right in the system. Anyway, long story short, so as I'm sitting there, first of all, the video for the thing didn't get posted because, you know, I got told not to post the fucking video. So then I come here and I'm sitting here, and mind you, I've been talking to Facebook for at least 10 minutes before I got even in the system with y'all. What I ended up having to do was trade the fucking cords from y'all. Anyway, something ain't right in the system. Something is happening behind, or it's happening at the same time. Anyway, today I made note. I took every fucking vitamin. Like, literally, I went through and I did a whole little pattern, and I had time enough to do it, and then all of a sudden shit started moving around me moving, and I don't like that. Anyway, so y'all, that was what I needed to tell y'all. Y'all don't have to believe me, y'all don't have to care, but I'm just really telling y'all to put a pin in it, to make note that today that happened. But on another note, I had a great fucking night. So they expect you to lose focus. That's why discipline matters now more than ever. That's the title. That's the message. Mind you, got programmed last night because of the fact that there was stuff even happening yesterday, which is strange, because either way, long story short, I would like to show y'all something else, but I can't. But safety is important, so be mindful of your safety, because creature of habit. And since I'm a creature of habit and I started doing something else because it's hot and now I got to do, you know, whatever, I did something else that made me, like, it's, y'all, sometimes I really wish I could just tell y'all. But some things is like, you know, you just got to keep it, because whoever's doing whatever they're doing, or whatever's doing whatever they're doing, is expecting, it's like a sneak attack. Oh, I forgot. So let me go over here to Jericho, because that was important. It's doing the opposite reality. So I have to remind that, because remember that, because that's what it feels like too. Or it's trying to take over the thing, because then it reminded me of, y'all remember, what's that movie that Black Boy made, and Us? Y'all remember that? Like, it's giving Us. Jericho was the first city conquered by the Israelites in the Promised Land, with its walls miraculously falling through God's power as a demonstration of faith and obedience. So the background: Jericho is one of the oldest cities in the world. It was strategically located near the Jordan River in a fertile Jordan Valley, about 10 miles northwest of the Dead Sea, known as the City of Palms. For its abundant palm trees, it was a fortified city with massive walls, making it a formidable obstacle for the Israelites entering Canaan. After their 40th year journey in the wilderness, Numbers 22:1, Deuteronomy 34:3, spiritually, Jericho represented the corruption and sinfulness of the Canaanite society, including idolatry and immorality, which God had declared full. All right, so I need y'all to do me a favor. Majestic Grace, I know you know what I mean, so I need y'all to do me a favor. And if y'all can do this, do the opposite of that. Because what he said, doing the opposite reality. Remember, I told you, in our reality, they try to tell us that Goldilocks was the victim. In the real reality, Goldilocks was the aggressor. She was the predator. She broke and entered. She should have been charged with destruction of property. She should have been charged with breaking and entering. So, Jericho, one of the oldest cities in the world, was strategically located near the Jordan River in fertile Jordan Valley, about 10 miles northwest of the Dead Sea. That would mean that the people that lived in Jericho had a great environment. It says fertile. That means abundance, right? So that means that the people that circled Jericho was the invader. So they came off as the, because they use God, and y'all know how they do. They'll kill, steal, and destroy in the name of Jesus, and they use Jesus as God. So they'll kill, steal, and destroy in the name of God. But meanwhile, what was the people in Jericho? Spiritually, Jericho represented the corruption and sinfulness of the Canaanite society. But no, they wanted whatever they had. So the people from the outside coming, because what were the people in Jericho doing, including idolatry? So because you don't do what I do, it's like the Christian people right now. If you don't worship Jesus, then you're the enemy. But mind you, my free will says I should be able to do what I want. Why is it bothering you that I don't worship your God? And immortality, which God had declared full. And why is it that their God, the God that they serve, is always trying to tear up something? But mind you, they said God is love. So the conquest. Joshua, chosen by God to succeed Moses, led the Israelites into Canaan. So they was trying to conquer the land. Before the battle, Joshua entered a divine figure, the commander of the Lord's army, who assured him that the victory would come through God's power, not human effort. God instructed Joshua to have the Israelites. It's the same God that they told that to enslave black people. So I don't trust their God. That's not the God that is God. God is a mighty God. God is a loving God. God is a preserving God. God is not one God to just the people. Like you only are the God to this. God is the God of the land, of the earth. God is one God. So why is their God always trying to steal fucking fertile land? I'm telling you, I swear, I think these people are mentally unstable. But literally, they probably would say that about me, being as though, I'm having birds guard the fucking house. Good morning, Mike. Welcome. Love you. God instructed Joshua to have the Israelites march around the city once a day for 6 days with 7 priests carrying trumpets of ram horns in front of the Ark of the Covenant. On the 7th day, they were to march around the city 7 times, blowing trumpets and shout loudly at which point the walls would collapse. Do you also, if I'm over here in my own house minding my business, I'm behind the walls of Jericho, I'm in my own house minding my business, and here come your bitch ass disturbing the peace. If I show up and I got my bass boom, doo doo, boom boom, dun 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 dun, you gonna call the fucking police, bitch. And they gonna come and arrest your ass, and they gonna say you're disturbing the peace, or you're gonna get a ticket or a fine or something. Anyway, so it sounded like that's what they was doing. I mean, that's what it sounded like they was doing. It said, before the conquest, Joshua sent 2 spies into Jericho. So they sent the ops in. They stayed in the house of Rahab, a local woman who hid them from the king's soldiers. In return, the spies promised to spare Rahab and her family if she marked their house with a red cord, which she did, ensuring her family safely during the city's fall. So you see how they still use the people, all skin folk and kinfolk. It's always, the call always comes from within the house. The person is trying to bring something down, a hating ass bitch is always in the house. I don't know. All I know is this. This story is what I heard this morning with all the stuff. And again, all I'm doing is this time seeing the story from both people's aspect, because normally what we don't do is we just hear the story and it's a great conquest because they use God, but meanwhile they be using God and they kill, steal, and destroy. The minister literally told them they ain't never had a Christian nation because they ain't never been godly. They ain't never been a real Christian, because if you was a real Christian, you wouldn't be doing the bullshit that you're doing. So the pastor is now telling them that you ain't never had it and you ain't gonna have it as long as you got hate in your fucking heart. As long as you out here saying that God gave you some land and ain't give nobody else no land. Meanwhile, God granted me permission the minute I came into the spark. The minute I came here, God gave me permission. But you hated on anything that's not like you because you think that the world belongs to you. And so we have to think from the other people's aspect. All I want to do is fucking live. I ain't out here arguing with nobody. I ain't beefing with nobody. I ain't did nothing to nobody. But yet, I'm not supposed to live because my skin is brown. But meanwhile, God gave me brown skin. So now you're trying to tell me God's wrong, but you're also attacking me in God's name. Your God ain't my God. Your God is the God of hate and, some bullshit. So following God's instructions, the Israelites marched around Jericho. And mind you, is that even a thing? Because we already know the same thing that happened then is the same thing that happened now. So if in fact, because the children of Israel is a people, right? And we already know that even in today's world, they're fake, right? Israel, they're doing a bunch of ungodly shit. We know that them are not the real Israelites, but mind you, they will write down in history that they are the real Israelites. If history repeats itself, that means that these could have been false as well. So now it's also thinking outside of the box, because if history repeats itself, then that means that we know that these motherfuckers that are saying that they're Israelites right now are not the real Israelites. So they're doing it again. It's the same thing that you said, Mike, yesterday about that Hitler thing. Mind you, because they try to get on Sukiana about that swastika, but Sukiana did her research because everybody was saying, why is she having a swastika on her earrings? But nobody realizes that they stole it. That's not, they used it as a destruction. It's the opposite. He said it's doing the opposite reality. The swastika in this reality is used as a white supremacist sign, but technically that belonged to the black people. Suki literally had that on her earrings. Mike literally sent me a video yesterday showing that the reality that they're trying to create it's not that. They are trying to tap into energy that is not theirs. They've been trying to do it the whole entire time. So if we can already see that history repeating itself would say that they're trying to do it again. So something is happening right now. It's like 2 timelines running at the same time. Why? I can feel it. It's crossing over. It's blending entirely too much. Like even right now, I'm looking at my counter, right? And so I gotta fix my bathroom counter because my counter is full of shit. And I'm over here saying like, you ain't had that happen, and you've been making sure that everything has been good. And now all of a sudden there's an energy that's bleeding into the energy. So even today I said, I know I need to fix it, but it's not right. But also when I get stuff, I get them 2 by 2. So following God's instructions, the Israelites marched around Jericho, and on the 7th day after the priests blew the trumpets and the people shouted, the walls of Jericho collapsed. The Israelites then captured the city, destroying, so they killed everybody, destroying its inhabitants, and dedicating the city to God's judgment, except for Rahab and her family, who were spared. Joshua 60 and 20. So significance. The story of Jericho illustrates the power of God, the importance of faith and obedience, and the fulfillment of his promises to Israel. It serves as, what was the people of Jericho doing though? That's what I need to know. What was the people of Jericho doing that was so bad to them, other than they had fertile land? And we already know the people that keep stealing shit right now, they are after the world's resources. So the badness of the people of Jericho was not just a local moral failing. It was part of a broader Canaanite pattern of idolatry, immorality, and spiritual rebellion that God had warned his people about for generations. So idolatry, y'all, literally, it's the same shit. I'm telling y'all, this ain't right. Idolatry and worship of false gods, but they wanted them to worship the God that comes and kills, steal, and destroy. And then it says the pattern, the blueprint says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And these people do exactly that. And so they do that in God's name. Meanwhile, these people weren't doing nothing but they were against their God. And so they went to war and fighting with them, because you won't serve the same God that I serve, but I got free will, so I should be able to do what the fuck I want. I don't have to serve your God. I'm not doing nothing. So they said Jericho was a Canaanite city and a religious center devoted to lunar deities and other pagan gods. The Canaanites were known for worshiping idols, performing ritual prostitution, and even child sacrifice. Do that remind y'all of anybody right now? It's in the documents in the files. But mind you, they sitting in a seat of authority running the government. The people of Jericho were part of this system, which Israel was commanded to destroy. Rahab's confession to Joshua shows that the people of Jericho have heard how the Lord dried up the waters of the Red Sea, meaning that they were aware of God's power and have rejected him. Shit's drying up right now in 2026. They not only turned away from the covenant made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Again, it's a thing. If you make a deal, you make a covenant, it's basically a contract. You make a deal with a God that tells you so you're supposed to do all the right things. But mind you, remember, it also says in the Ethiopian Bible that after a certain point in time, stuff wasn't getting passed down. So just like even in this Bible, because they always still leave remnants of what they have done. The first creation story, which is in the beginning, creation 1, God created man and woman, and man and God created man and woman and man he created. That was the first creation. And 2 paragraphs down, I don't know how many paragraphs, but just about that, it says God created Adam, and then he caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep, which could be the spell that got put on the universe and to the world, because when you fall into a deep sleep, that's like, and then he came back with talking about a fucking bitch came out of a nigga's rib. That was the spell. That was the lie. They told you the truth from the beginning. Man and woman he created, and woman and man created he. They told us the truth, And then they told us the lie right behind that. Because it literally says that. And remember, I kept having an issue. Like, why the fuck, how the fuck y'all gonna say he did this? And then y'all came right back with he did this. Spells create, you know, sleep. Illusions. Anyway, Canaanite culture as described as scripture was marked by persistent iniquity, including idolatry, sexual immorality, and violence. This is what they do. So Jericho's fall was a sign of judgment had come, or it was their judgment, because they'll try to say that God told you to do something the same way. Again, in their minds, Goldilocks was the, you know, she was innocent because she was blonde haired, and, you know, she was innocent, so she should have been allowed to go into a person's house. Y'all don't want nobody going into your house. If you go to work right now and you come home and it's a bitch that then broken enter in your house, went in your refrigerator, you would throw every fucking thing in your refrigerator away, because you would feel very fucking disgusted that somebody even touched your shit, had the audacity to break and enter into your house, and then had the nerve to feel entitled enough to go lay her bitch ass in your bed. Y'all would throw away the sheets and maybe even get rid of the bed. But somehow it was okay. The same way Jack and the Beanstalk, you know, had this whole little thing. He was given a beanstalk. He was curious. He was a curious little boy. Meanwhile, when his curious ass climbed up that beanstalk, he knew that that house wasn't his. He knew that the gold and everything that he was trying to rob wasn't his. It was another breaking and entering story. Mind you, the giant in the end lost his life because a nigga came into his house not minding his business. And somehow we just all acted as if that was okay. Then it reminded me last night of fucking Beauty and the Beast when he kidnapped her. And I kept saying she had Stockholm Syndrome. Then it reminded me last night, remember that fucking, the dude that wanted her, like all on these Disney things, they keep showing us possession. Remember the man that wanted to marry her while she was hemmed up into the Beast house? When she went to go save her dad, remember, he was just going to take it, huh? He was going to force her, and it kept being a thing. First, they showed you the Beast kidnapping her and forcing her. Then they showed the man get ready to do something to her dad in order for him to now do some ill shit. So technically, they've been conditioning us this whole entire time to see molestation and things of that nature. You know, this is the reason why a lot of us don't go tell it. They've been conditioning us the whole entire time. See the bad guy, see the predator as, oh, they're innocent. I watched the video last night, right? And the lady, some white lady, the cop was telling her don't do something. She came around, this bitch started beating on this man. He said, I'm Gary, lock you up. He pulls out his fucking taser. The mom, another white lady, comes and stands in front of the lady, in front of them, and he says, she's crazy. I'm over here screaming, tase that bitch too. Because guess what? If they were of another color, they would have gotten shot. He would have accidentally pulled out the wrong gun. It wouldn't have been a fucking taser. Mind you, long story short, the mom stood in front of them. They literally took this girl and pushed her in the house. The dad comes outside. The dad is standing in front of the mom and the fucking bitch. Mind you, he just watched the assault. We all seen it on camera. She assaulted somebody that was in the yard. They're all the girls yelling, get off me, don't touch me. The fucking dad stands in front of the cop. They're all in their garage, and they close the garage on the fucking people. I go to the comments because literally, y'all, and this ain't got nothing to do with nothing other than the fact that blonde hair and blue eyes that get you, you know, you're the victim and you're not breaking and entering or having audacity, you know, being in somebody's shit. Anyway, long story short, the comments said exactly that. If that bitch had been black or of any melanated, the mom would have been shot, the dad would have been shot, the daughter would have been shot, all y'all bitches would have been shot. Ain't no fucking way they let this whole clan go in the house and close and nothing, not one fire, not one nothing. What the fuck is happening? Anyway, they expected you to lose focus. Tell your mom to lose weight, Amanda. I'm perfectly fine. Why? You want me to be a stick like all the other white bitches? That's what you want me to do? And half y'all ain't a stick either. Shit. Only a few of y'all's malnutrition. So please get off my page, because, honey, that is not going to bother me at all, period. I love me. And if you don't love me, you can skedaddle, ho. Y'all, that be the thing that they be doing. They be trying to come over here and body shame, but we already know the predictability of, you know, what they got on their charts is wants me to be anorexic. Bitch, I was eating fucking chicken and Caesar salad in the middle of the fucking night, ho, with on little toasted bread, and it was fucking delicious, bitch. I wish the fuck I would listen to Amanda, ho. Call your mom. Anyway, back to the message. We just said it. Always the audacity of a hoe named Amanda. Bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Y'all, give me 1 second, because we gotta pull this back up. So they expected you to lose focus. That's why discipline matters now more than ever. So, message for the collective. There comes a point where the greatest challenge is no longer figuring out what you want. It's having the discipline to stay connected to it. So what do you want? What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? And we talked about yesterday about distractions, how things will come up. I'm having a conversation over here with y'all, and then here comes this bitch. And mind you, that's just the example of what will happen. All of a sudden, it's you being rerouted and distracted over here. Somebody showing up and say, excuse me, oh, they need this. All of a sudden, it's back-to-back information happening, back-to-back this, back-to-back alerts, back-to-back, or your distraction, your attention just being pulled in a whole nother way. Meanwhile, we got to get the message so it can be messaging, okay? So when you decide to grow, evolve, and create something different, distractions will always appear. Make sure that y'all look in the chat, because there's a poll in there, and there's also a Q&A question about this very thing. They may not always look obvious. Sometimes they may show up as doubt. And now you out here just, you know, thinking about the situation for forever, and they overthinking is the thing. Sometimes they look like procrastination. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get to it. Meanwhile, the here and now was supposed to be the thing. Comfort zones. Comfort zone. Comfort zone is important. Comfort zone has been important to me. So, and one of the things that I have to get out of. So my son was like, Mom, you need to, you know, start to I feel like I gotta sneeze. Like, you need to network with other people, right? And for me, I always think that I'll be cool until people show up. People is what bring the problems. So I don't really want to deal with people. But he said, this is the life you chose, so guess what you got to do? Network. Yeah, I do that very thing. So anyway, it's always comfortable. My brother called me yesterday, and we're going to do some stuff. It's always comfortable for me to network with people that I know. You know what I'm saying? My brother, of course. My son, of course. It's difficult for me when it's other people outside of that, because I be thinking like, bitch, what you about to do? Like, how you about to get on my fucking nerves? And I need to get out of that. Although, you know, probably still the same exact thing, but just do the job and fucking go. But instantly, I always think that other people outside, like, because people are the problem. There's no issue until you let a person in. And you never know what issue you're going to be dealing with until after you let the motherfucker in, because you don't know what issues they got going on. So I tend to stay away from the people and the problems. Either way, you know, my son said, ma'am, you're going to have to stop doing that. And I do. Anyway, old patterns, emotional reactions, fear, comparison, or situations designed to pull your attention away from what you said you wanted, right? This is the season where your discipline becomes your shield. Your discipline becomes your shield. Not because you have to be perfect, but because you'll never have moments of uncertainty. Or you'll never have moments of uncertainty, but because every decision you make is a vote for the person you're becoming. Who are you becoming? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? How do you see your life? Mind you, again, I already know like certain things that I'm doing will benefit me later. Some of the things that I'm doing now will benefit me later. Sometimes even, like, you know, the very thing that you don't think will benefit you later. It's like, and I'm gonna use content because I do content, right? I could have a video that I've done, and I did one a while ago, and it was one of my very first videos. It was at like 54,000 a couple years ago when I first did it, right? And it has something to do about lottery winnings and things of that nature. Lottery being the lottery itself, but also the lottery in life, right? Because remember we talked about the show that's called The Platform. When you're up here, you're able to eat anything that you want because you're the person that it comes to, you know, you get it first. But after that happens, and you could, you know, have gone down some levels, or you could be a person that's getting it out the mud, and you could be climbing, you know, those levels, right? Little by little, struggle by struggle, ascension by ascension, growth by growth, whatever it is. And so as you ascend or as you grow, and depend upon, you know, who you are, what you are, the adventure is the climb, right? Because you get to see different stuff as you grow, right? For somebody else, they never had that adventure, so they may want to, you know, come down a couple levels, this, that, and the third, but it's still not the same. Hey Aaron, love you, thank you for being here. It's still not the same. You don't get the same view, whether or not anybody knows it or not, because rich people can go to the hood, they still not gonna get the same view. Because just think, it's like Bobby and Whitney Love, right? And I like Bobby and Whitney Love, but I ain't never wanted to be a fucking crackhead to get Bobby and Whitney Love, right? Because, bitch, I don't want to be a crackhead. But just think how they used to just be together on the show, excuse me, y'all, on their show, having a good ass time, dancing, laughing, you know, all of these things, right? So just imagine a person that's always had, because Whitney Houston could have been a person that's always had or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, hanging out with Bobby, I'm sure she learned some different shit. And we kept blaming Bobby, but then come to find out, Whitney was the hood bitch, right? Because she even said it. Y'all, they keep blaming him, but it's me. That's why I loved her. Anyway, long story short, a rich person or a person that always has anything, they come down there, they see them. Because for all intents purposes, they, you know, had a lot, right? But being able to go to the hood and buy crack, or being able to get somebody just to bring you crack, and you being able to, you know, have crack, and you know, be laughing and this, that, and the third, and shit that goes on in the hood, somebody up there might not see. It's like the other day I was watching this, and a lot of people can identify, because if you you know this era of time, then you know this era of time. They was talking about how it was hot. All these days that it was hot, and then one of the uncles in New York went outside and they cracked open the street, the fire hydrant. And so then they got all the kids in the neighborhood, they got all these water balloons and this, that, and the third. So as I was reading the comments, they were saying, ain't this look like New York in the 80s? And it's the thing where it's the camaraderie and everything that happens when the community don't have, you know, a community pool or something like that, but they figure it out and they make a way for the kids to be able to still have core memories. So them kids are always going to remember the fire hydrants being broke open, and us being able to have, you know, water balloon fights. It's like me with the fucking freeze cups and this, that, and the third, or the candy lady. Like, do rich people have that in their mind? Like, you know, oh, the candy lady exists. Is that a thing? Or do they just have my nanny or my cook and this, that, and the third? It's the things that are so, hey, Aunt Louise, the things that are so, like, you gotta be there. But mind you, the laughs, because it's a thing where, for all, you know, they know, or they will say, you grew up in impoverished areas, but you don't even know that it was impoverished because you had such a good time. It's like you setting the trend, but not realizing everybody's looking at these people for trend setting, but meanwhile, these is the people that ain't got shit. The culture was built on that. when, I don't know if y'all remember break dancing, pop locking, ozone, like there was movies back in the day that was like, it still give you a feeling even to hear that. Like before it was rap, it was pop locking and dropping, but it was like, you know, dance battles and shit like that. It wasn't guns and this, that, and the third. Nigga, they gonna show up and it's gonna be a damn right. He said Beat Street, period. The battle is gonna be a dance battle. It wasn't guns and this, that, and the third. That's something that they created. They was mad and they was hating. So they decided that, you know, y'all, instead of y'all having a dance off, y'all still keep walking away from there. Mind you, niggas can have beef over the fact that, you know, you is a better dancer, your group is better than theirs, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, it wasn't no, you know, nobody losing their life. And then somehow the program inserted itself. And then here we go again. So what I said was this. We need to not allow them to change the money. And they're already changing the money. But it's going to be just the same thing because I'm saying it. And then later on I'm going to be saying it. But it's the same thing as No Child Left Behind. Now all the fucking kids are stupid. But people was happy because they didn't want their child being the only one left in the 3rd grade, da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, mind you, these people can't fucking read. Every day Mike is sending something, these people can't fucking read. They're literally saying that people are not reading, that we are regressing, we're really going back in time. But it was because of No Child Left Behind. Take cursive writing out of school. Now these niggas don't even know how to write. Like, they're finding ways to try to corrupt society as a whole. And people may think that it don't affect nothing. But I feel like McDonald's needs a class action lawsuit. And I'm going to tell you why. And I fucked around yesterday and I did something. And I was mad at myself after the fuck I did it. Because I went to McDonald's, got me a drink. And I was being mindful to make sure that this bitch gave me all my fucking change. And again, it was something 07. 07. So, I don't know if she gave me back 80 cents or if she gave me back 90 cents. Because I gave her all money. They can't even tell time on an analog clock. This is the world we live in. But everybody got time to be talking. Everybody want to be mad at me. Amanda, dumbass bitch, gonna come in here and talk about losing weight. But yet, she probably can't fucking read anyway. Because them bitches be coming in here and can't fucking spell. People be having time for everything but what the fuck they need to have time for. Because exactly what he said, he keeps finding this shit over and over again. Sending it to the collective. And it be big grown ass fucking people. Can't fucking read, can't fucking write, can't fucking spell. Can't tell fucking time. And mind you, just think about the world that we live in right now already as a whole and as a society. They're already fucking with us. So just imagine when the people that can read, can write, can spell ain't the fuck here. You're leaving your legacies, you're leaving the people with these folks. They're going to be easily taken advantage of. We got taken the fuck advantage of and we know how to read, write, and spell. Sometimes. Either way, the fact of the matter is what's going to happen to a society as a whole that can't. And then they're talking about privatizing. People are going to private schools and this, that, and the third. Who's going to private schools? People with money? You know, do with that information what you will. So this is the season where your discipline becomes your shield. If you got kids, teach your kids, please and thank you. Like, really, really teach your kids. Because otherwise, you don't love them and you're leaving them to the world. And the world don't fucking love them for real. So you don't love them. You brought them into an unloving ass world. And then the fucking, you think that the streets is going to raise them and teach them right? They taking all that away. They're not going to have too many of the moments when, like, I can say, I remember when this transitioned into this, when this transitioned into this, and this transitioned into this. Meanwhile, guess what? Still oblivious to everything that happened in the world, because even with that, I'm learning. A lady is talking about, do y'all know how long CERN been around? Do y'all know that our government and everything was infiltrated by those very people? Mike, that video that you sent yesterday when you were saying that that even Hitler was being whitewashed. And then everything that they're saying about the people, because I'm trying to put the timelines together. Mike sent me a video yesterday, and the video is, Mike, where'd you put it at? Did you put it in a collective? And I'm going to tell you something that is weird about this. Because history is being altered in so many different ways, but then this is the thing. It's too much information, too much false information, and things of that nature also being put out to where, I mean, what the fuck can you really believe?
Adolf and the original Aryans were all melanated Moorish people, ancient Germans of Germania, who were...
But mind you, we also know, because they're saying that this is the person, right? But the thing is this. What it looks like, because if this is true, and this person, that era was black, right? Some Caucasians came over here and infiltrated the system, because they're talking about something about, it's called something paperclip, right? And they're saying that those people that committed all those atrocities and whatnot, or claimed to have committed the atrocities, ended up over here and into our government. Which kind of also stems to be a little bit true, because we noticed that certain people's families come from Germany and come from this place and come from that place. So two things could be true at the same time, just so y'all know, right? So if this is the case, and then those people that should have been locked up and everything else fled here, because all of a sudden somewhere in our system things changed. And the sad part about it is this: how are we going to remember something? And we can try as we may, because we talked about the DNA, we talked about the water, we talked about, you know, those things, and we can tell when certain things don't feel right to us, right? Something ain't feeling right to me in even the area, because I also know that swastika, if you look it up, didn't belong to them either. They took it, they tried to turn it into some form of hate. Literally, Sukihana, the rapper that be talking about ass and everything else, had it on her earrings. The comments was going crazy because they were saying, why does she have that? And so some people knew that it didn't belong to them. It's like some of the fucking the designers right now. They took a pattern from, you know, our ancient people, and they're using it in their designs right now. Those patterns don't belong to them. And throughout time, long enough, they'll rinse away history, and then they'll say, oh, this belonged to Versace and this belonged to Fendi. No, the fuck it didn't. It did not. But they'll try to stop history at that moment in time where all of a sudden they had it and now it's theirs. Because literally, I told you, Cardi B's at a fashion show right now. I seen the design of the stuff. As soon as it walked down the runway, I said, that shit ain't fucking new. I mean, don't get it wrong. It's nice. I like the remix of it. But why are they even allowed to take something? Isn't certain things supposed to be copywritten, or isn't certain things supposed to be preserved? And they're going to preserve it for them and their family and their legacy. But it was never theirs from the get-go. And depending upon what they do in time, then later on, your ass ain't going to be here. Mike said that was an eye-opener. And this ain't the first time I seen this, though. That's the other part about it. And mind you, that thing about the hand where they do that, literally, listen, anytime you want to go outside, they will tell you, spiritually, you know that these are where you absorb the sun. So it made a whole lot of fucking sense that salute. And mind you, even in here when he said that they can't even harness that, I mean, the sun don't like them. The sun will burn their ass the fuck up. So they can't be mad at us. I'm not mad at nobody, and I keep saying it, I'm not mad at nobody, but with the history being what it is and it being tainted all over the place, sometimes it pisses me off that everybody be talking. Because everybody needs to be talking because of the fact, but it pisses me off still because what's true and what's fake? What's real and what's not? What the fuck is that? Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see that? Majestic Grace says yes. Yeah, because that wasn't fucking right. But mind you, just the energy that I got around here, like literally something is happening. What, I don't know. And again, I don't feel weird or nothing like that, but literally there's an energy that's happening that is big. Anyway, long story short, this is the season where your discipline becomes your shield. Not because you have to be perfect, not because you'll never have moments of uncertainty, but because every decision you make is a vote for the person you're becoming. Pay attention to where your energy goes. But mind you, I literally just said there's an energy that's happening. Mind you, I wanted to check anybody connected or check the Schumann resonance, because I want to know what the Schumann resonance was doing yesterday. If anybody knows or anybody can find out. I'll find out later, but it made me wonder, like, what type of energy was in the environment yesterday? Because something was happening that I know I fucking felt it. So everything does not deserve your response. What is that? It's the energy. It has like this scale. I'll be seeing. I'll send it to you. But anyway, or you can look it up either way, but I'll send it because I'll be watching this lady and she be telling when the energy spikes, and they can tell what happens in the environment when like there's hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes, and this, that, and the third. So some distractions, but I'll look it up and give you the exact answer. It's basically like the universe too. Okay, so it is it's a naturally occurring set of electromagnetic frequencies generated by lightning strikes interacting with the space between Earth's surface and the ionosphere. It says every day thousands of lightning strikes around the world create electromagnetic waves. Some of these waves become trapped between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere, forming standing waves known as the Schumann resonance. The fundamental lowest frequency is approximately 7.83 hertz. The primary Schumann resonance additional resonance frequency occurs around 14.3 hertz, 20.8 hertz, 27.3 hertz, 33.8 hertz. These frequencies can vary slightly depending upon the conditions in the atmosphere and ionosphere. What causes it? The resonance depends on global lightning activity, the conductivity of Earth's surface, changes in the ionosphere caused by solar activity, day and night cycles, seasonal weather patterns. A common claim, on social media is that the Schumann resonance is increasing or that Earth's frequency is permanently rising. There is no scientific evidence of the Earth's fundamental Schumann resonance has permanently shifted away from the 7.83 hertz. What does happen is a signal strength amplitude can increase or decrease. Additional frequencies can become more or less prominent. Solar storms and intense lightning activities can temporarily change measurements. These temporary changes are sometimes misinterpreted as the Earth's frequency raising. Does it affect the humans? Scientists continue to study possible interactions between the natural electromagnetic fields and biological systems. Current evidence shows that the Schumann resonance is measurable natural phenomenon. There is no established scientific evidence that fluctuations in the Schumann resonance directly causes spiritual awakenings, changes in consciousness, anxiety, fatigue, headaches, or other commonly claimed effects. But, you know, people who are spiritual, they don't want to put that there. People that are spiritual can feel a whole lot of different things. Also, you got to remember the source of what I'm reading. Chat. I'm on chat right now, but it could be, if I went to Google might say something else because, you know, so take it with a grain of salt. That said, some people in spiritual communities report feeling more sensitive during periods of strong solar or geomagnetic activity. These experiences are meaningful to those individuals, but they have not been demonstrated to be caused by changes in the Schumann resonance. All right, so let me ask this thing: what the Schumann resonance did yesterday? Because something. All right, so we'll find out. But anyway, so it says, why it's popular in spiritual communities. Many people associate the Schumann resonance with ideas such as collective consciousness, spiritual awakening, ascension, heightened intuition, energetic shifts. These interpretations are part of spiritual belief systems rather than established scientific conclusions. Again, because, you know, they don't think that the spiritual community is relevant. The Schumann resonance is a real measurable natural electromagnetic phenomenon produced by lightning in the Earth's atmosphere. The scientific understanding and the spiritual, because, you know, occult shit, they don't believe that. Spiritual interpretations are different. Science is a stable set of natural resonant frequencies that fluctuate in strength due to atmospheric and solar conditions. Spiritual perspective, some view it as an energetic indicator of shifts in human consciousness, though this has not been confirmed by scientific research. Both perspectives exist, but it's helpful to distinguish between what has been measured and what is based on spiritual interpretation. Mind you, it makes me laugh, right? When shit like that comes up. Only because science be swearing up and down that they are the all end all of all end alls, and then they be fucking wrong. And then they'll be like, scientifically, this shouldn't be. Bitch, shut your dumb ass up, because it's good that y'all done figured out some shit, but for real, y'all really just guessing. That's the reason why y'all mad at Terrence Howard right now, stupid. But, you know, it's their shit. So as long as their shit is accurate for them, then they gonna keep saying this accurate. Anyway, what I asked was, what did the Schumann resonance do yesterday in my area? I'm in Conyers, Georgia. If you're asking about yesterday, July 8th, 2026, in Conyers, Georgia, there isn't a Schumann resonance monitoring station. I just wanted to know what it did. I gave it a specific place, though. Location specifically in Conyers. Schumann resonance is measured by a small number of specialized observatories around the world, and those measurements represent global electromagnetic activity rather than conscious or conditions in one city. So for July 8th, 2026, the available data indicates the fundamental Schumann resonance remains near its normal value of 7.83 hertz. There was no reports of unusual global Schumann resonance events or sustained frequency increase. Space, weather, or relatively quiet with Earth's geometric field, KP 0 through 3, for much of the day, despite a large solar filament eruption that was not directed towards Earth. I don't know what that means. If you follow Schumann resonance charts online, you may have seen bright colors or spikes. Okay. It's important so that means something happened. It's important to know that these usually represent increased signal strength, amplitude. So something fucking happened. Often related to lightning activity, not the Earth's frequency suddenly changing. They are so stupid. The fundamental frequency itself stays close to 7.83. There's also been a thing, because I thought what's the lights? And then it said, oh, the song, all of the lights. The lights that be in Alaska, for some reason, Colorado had them the other day. The areas over there was having them the other day. Some people interpret yesterday's solar. So there's something did happen yesterday. Northern lights. Yeah, northern lights. So the northern lights, somehow something happened, and they were over here in the U.S. and you can see it from. Good morning, Talib. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. So there was a certain area that you were able to see the northern light. Well, I don't know if they called the northern lights. They called them something over here, whatever the lights are called, but you was able to see them. So it says something did happen yesterday, because apparently solar activity happened yesterday. Solar activity as a time to slow down, stay grounded, and avoid reacting impulsively. Sorry. And to avoid reacting impulsively. I don't know what the fuck I was reading. However, there isn't evidence that yesterday's Schumann resonance readings indicate a unique energetic event affecting people directly. So was there a storm last night? That's what I need to know. I need to know that for real, because like I said, my backyard is in chaos right now. Y'all, it says, based on the weather records, it does not appear that there was a significant storm in Conyers last night. The night of July 8th through the 9th, 2026, the weather history for Conyers shows mostly sunny conditions during the day, mostly clear skies overnight. Overnight temperatures around 72, 73 degrees. No indication of widespread thunderstorms or heavy rainfall during the night. The National Weather Service forecast also indicates only a small chance of isolated thunderstorms. The National Weather Service forecast also indicates only a small, so it could have been something, I don't know. I have to go back and check my cameras. With no severe weather warnings in effect for Conyers overnight. If you heard thunder or experienced a brief shower, it's possible a very localized storm developed nearby. That's common in Georgia during the summer, and not every neighborhood is affected the same way. So if you're asking because you noticed, I didn't notice shit. All I know is my yard is fucked up today. So there's that. And it looked like the fucking, and I mean, I don't know if a bird could pull a fucking umbrella over. Maybe those big ass fucking birds could. I don't know, but how the fuck did the thing get knocked down? So some distraction. Oh, y'all, and I might have fucking unplugged that camera last night. That's gonna be some bullshit. Now, ain't that some shit? Cause I was putting something over there and I fucking had the other fan in there. Yep, I told you I heard thunder yesterday. I did. Literally, it was happening here too. Oh no, it might be active, it might be on. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see what happened then though. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I said that, because since I seen it on the thing, I should have been able to see it any fucking way. Because I seen it on the camera this morning. So that means that it's still up. I think it's just in the wrong fucking place. Let's see what happened. It looked like by... So when did this happen? Hold on, y'all. It might have happened this morning. Let me see. Oh, what's today? Today's July 9th, right? Yeah, by 6 it was still up. 6. Okay, so something happened, because by 7 something, is that when I heard that sound? I did hear that sound. The bird went up there, flew up there. Okay, so this morning by... Alright, so this says it was... This is Thursday, July 9th. By 6:57, it was still there. It was still up. Y'all see the bird fly on top of it? So the bird was on this side. So one bird was on this side, one bird was on the other side, apparently. Because when I woke up, the bird was still over there. On the other side. One was on the... Yeah, so it don't show when it fell down, but by 7:07, it was down. That means I heard whatever that was then, because for some reason I looked out the window thinking that it was the neighbor. But why didn't it catch when it came down? Mind you, guess what time it was down, though? On the camera, 7:07 is when... I swear, every time I'm here, my nose runny as fuck. At any other time throughout the day, y'all can catch me on camera. I don't even have this toilet paper sitting here. 707 angel number. Yeah, by 7:07 the shit was down. See it? It's already laying in the fucking pool. So by 7:07 the shit is down. But it don't show in between there. It's up and then it's down. So between 6:57 and 7:07, the shit fell down. That's how many minutes? 57, 58, 59, 60. That's 3 minutes. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's fucking 10. So 7:07 angel number, and then the number's 10. It was 10 minutes, and between 10 minutes is when it took for that shit to fall down. We already been knowing what that is. What the hell's happening? Alright, so 7:07 angel number. Y'all, now my computer's acting up. So 10 minutes. Mind you, I'm going to go look at it because I done been out there multiple times. I never noticed no structure damage, you know, at the base or anything else with it. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. I ain't asked for nothing about no fucking Amazon. No, hold on, my computer's acting up again. Alright, so we're gonna do 7:07 angel number. So 7:07 spiritual growth. So the 7 symbolizes inner wisdom, intuition, learning, and spiritual awakening. Since it appears twice, these themes are emphasized. Mind you, remember there's 2 birds, there's 2 poles. They sit on each side. I showed y'all 2 different fucking birds. So 2, it's coming in 2s. So know that. Fresh beginnings. The 0 represents potential, infinite possibilities, and a new spiritual cycle. It also amplifies the energy of the number around it. So trust your intuition. Seeing 7:07 is often interpreted as encouragement to listen to your inner voice rather than outside opinions, period. You're on the right path. Many believe that it is a sign that your current choices align with your higher purpose, even if the outcome isn't obvious yet. So mind you, I'm telling y'all, it's also going to be a 7. So because 10 being the other number, that's how many minutes it took. That would be 70, which turns into a 7. So 10 first and then 7. All right. So remember that numbers could be significant or important. Many believe that it is a sign that your current choices align with your higher purpose, even if the outcome isn't obvious yet. Okay. So in different areas of life, love, it may suggest deepening, emotional honesty, healing, or trust in the natural timing of relationships. Mind you, for some reason, I keep having a man around, like a masculine energy. But mind you, it's the same energy that I used to have before when I kept saying like a person. It's weird, but if you go back to the time when I kept telling y'all about the glitch, there is a guy that, a masculine energy, I don't know them, but it kept kind of circling mine. Makes sense, but anyway, the person is back again. So whoever that is, person's back because the energy's back. And it's like one of those things where, you know how you can have somebody, so for a person, for you, it may be like, you know you want to do something, you know the person is the direction, but then something happens in life, intermission, you have to do something. And so although, you know, you ain't forgot about the person or the person ain't forgot about you, it's just that maybe the person also said, let me let you have your journey. Let me let you, you know, do whatever you need to do. Let me let you grow. Let me let you, you know, have that, and I'm gonna go do whatever I gotta do. So maybe the person went off because we had career, so maybe it has something to do with their career or their money or whatever. Anyway, long story short, so it's like a building thing. It kept being at one point in time where on my Instagram I would always see people that didn't make sense to me coming and watching my page. And mind you, my platform is not a big platform. Matter of fact, my Instagram is even like lower in whatever, right? These people didn't make sense because these people had real huge platforms, and the careers that these people had didn't make sense as to how they would have found me. So it was throwing me off. Mind you, I used to screenshot it and send it to my brother, like, where are these people coming, or send it, to whoever, my brother or my son. Like, how are these people watching my page? It don't make sense. Like, one time it was a lady, a white lady, right? And she was in the music industry, from what I saw. But who this person was didn't make sense that she would have found me. And why, like, I was doing content, but mind you, I don't do that the content that would have brought her there. So it seemed to me that it was very intentional. And then, like, one of the dudes, and this is just one person, was a retired football player. And this retired football player ended up into, like, doing, they had, like, some type of sports drink, energy drink, something. But I think they also did, like, public speaking and shit like that. This person visited my page a lot, and it made me wonder, like, because I don't watch football. I don't even know who this person is. I don't even know how long ago it was that the person was in it, but I know that the person was in that industry because of the fact that if you go down there, scroll down their page, like, up here, they showing you yachts, and, they off over here doing stuff with people and this, that, and third. But if you scroll up, then you'll see the person's career is down here. So I'm like, it don't make sense. Anyway, long story short, that was happening. So somebody's energy that crossed paths with me then is back around now. Mind you, it's been a few days and I ain't said nothing. It was almost like, what I'm saying, let me just go peek in and see what's happening. But mind you, I always feel the energy because it'd be a shift that happens. Anyway, long story short, trust your intuition. Seeing 707 is interpreted as encouragement to listen to your inner voice rather than outside opinions. You're on the right path. Know that. So we was at career, actually. Career, it can indicate that you're being guided towards work that aligns with your values or purpose. Learning new skills or following your instincts may be beneficial. So personal development, 707 is also associated with self-discovery, meditation, and counting your personal, and continuing your personal or spiritual journey. So if you keep noticing 707, you might have to ask yourself, and it wasn't that I noticed, it was just we went looking for something. Mind you, that's my back door, just so you know. So I don't know if y'all read what was on there, but it gave you the timestamp, the date, and it tells you the location. But technically, that's not my back door. It's labeled as that, but because that's that side, but it's actually not my back door. But it is my back door. Okay. Anyway. 707 is associated with self-discovery, meditation, and continuing your personal or spiritual journey. If you keep seeing 707, you might also ask yourself, what was I thinking or feeling when I saw it? Something came down at 707. So if we're talking about number 707, inner wisdom, intuition, for some reason it feels like a guard or a wall or a blockage. So whatever that could have been, because also I told you when I saw it, it gave me the walls of Jericho. So something coming tumbling down. But because I know, like, certain things are reverse, crisscross applesauce, and this is the simulation that we live in now, it also reminded me of when we talking about timelines, and I keep saying it, it's somewhere in, it's either 1984, 1982. I want to say 4, but I don't know. It's in the 80s, so I'm going to just say that. Something happened, and I saw on the news that they said that we were on a course towards a black hole. Then something happened, and it is not being said anymore, but then it's now people are saying that some of our Mandela effects are being reversed. So people are then okay. So some people that I've seen, a lady said she was talking about Fruit Loops. And some people were saying that Fruit Loops was spelled Fruit. and it was, I don't know how the fuck they supposed to be saying it. They spelling it. Anyway, the people are saying that the Mandela effects that they know that they argued about have been reversed. So now, when they argued about the spelling of it being this way and it wasn't that way, now they're saying it's this, and they remember because they argued about it being something different. So I don't know if that's even anything for y'all to worry about or pay attention to, but I've been seeing that a lot of people saying that the Mandela effects are being reversed. So I don't know how that would be, because then that still would be a Mandela effect, wouldn't it? If it was this from the beginning and they switched it back to this. So they're saying, when we know that the cornucopia was there, and then they said it wasn't, and so then somebody asked, is the cornucopia coming back? So if the cornucopia comes back, then does that mean that we got placed back in the right timeline? But that still would also mean that it would still be a Mandela effect, because we would remember that when it was going to, right? I mean, somebody tell me, because I don't know. Anyway, what was I thinking or feeling when I saw it? Is there an area of my life where I need to trust myself more? Am I being called to learn, grow, or start something new? Okay, so let's see something else. So we got 7. It would be, that's 14, which would be 5. 707. 14, 5. Numerology. Five. And half of 10 is 5, so that's another thing. 5, comma, 10, comma, 1. So new beginnings, 5, 1. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Enter. Now let me see if I can find something else for y'all. Let's see if that camera's working back there. That's on a whole nother system. Or I wonder if I can see it from somewhere else. Let's see. So I don't know what made it fall down. So that's another thing. Now that now goes to say that I don't know why the fuck it fell down. Okay, anyway. So let's see about this. It was up, then the bird sat on it, and then it fell down. And it ain't, that bird wasn't that fucking big to knock down the piece of wood. And from what I can see, I'm gonna go outside and look, but from what I can see, it didn't look like it was ate the fuck up or nothing. Alright, so let's see. It's up yesterday at 3:41. So this happened yesterday. And then you see how this morning, but mind you, I was out there last night, which is weird, because I was doing the fucking spray. I was outside yesterday. Last night I was outside. So why did I not see that yesterday? It looks like at 3:46 yesterday it was fine. Mind you, it's a whole sunny ass day. That don't even make sense. Look at this shit. Alright, so timing is 3:45. There's not a wind nowhere. And then it's just down. So at 4:31, it's gone. 3:46 to 3:41. So somehow by 3:41, but mind you, there's no wind. It's a fucking still ass day. Like, that's weird. Anyway, the point of it is last night I was outside. Right here. And I don't know why that is offline. So that camera, I gotta go over here to this camera. But yesterday, remember, I don't know if y'all seen the videos, but I was saying something about the worms or something was down. But anyway, so we just gonna go with that. But this morning is when I seen everything look crazy. So I thought it stormed last night, but see what I'm saying? The evidence shows shit was already taking place. So number 5, freedom and change. The number 5 is associated with movement, adventure, and transformation. I still want to know why I didn't see that thing down yesterday. I literally was outside last night, and I did not pay attention to that. The number 5 is associated with movement, adventure, and transformation. So new keywords for you: freedom, change, adaptability, curiosity, personal growth, communication. Strengths are to learn through experience, embrace new opportunities, resilience, and versatility. Inspiring others to step outside of their comfort zone. So challenges are restlessness, difficulty staying committed, and acting impulsively. Also becoming distracted by constant change, which is the conversation that we're having, because apparently, that's on the list. Growth comes through experience. Don't fear change. It may be leading you to where you're meant to go. That was 5. So we got 10 here. Completion and new beginnings, which seems like to be on the menu. So don't get distracted because completion and new beginnings. Although 10 reduces the 1, it's often viewed as a number of endings that make way for fresh starts. So keywords are completion, divine timing, leadership, new cycle, manifestation, and potential. The 1 represents innovative and creation, while 0 symbolizes infinite potential and amplifies the energy of the number 1. So the message, 1 chapter is closing, so another can begin. Mind you, that's a confirmation because we've been talking about that all fucking week, and it's Thursday. And here we are at the end of the week, and these are the numbers. Trust the process, step confidently into what's next. So number 1 reads leadership and creation, and mind you, this is numerology. I just pulled the numbers out of the things that I saw. So the number 1 represents independence, originality, and the power to initiate. So keywords here are leadership, independence, confidence, motivation, new beginnings, and self-belief. Strength, courage, innovative, determination, self-resilient, self-reliant. Challenges, pride, impatience, feeling isolated and trying to do everything by yourself. Mind you, I've been having impatience and definitely always am doing everything by myself because, mind you, literally, y'all remember I just told you that my son just told me you need a network. So seems like the numbers are on track too. Take the first step. Believe in your ability to create the life that you want. Seeing 5, 10, and 1 together within numerology, seeing these numbers together is often interpreted as progression. Movement. I like it. 5 is changes happening. 10 is 1 phase is ending and creating space for something new. 1 is time to take initiative and begin the next chapter. So embrace the challenges and the changes unfolding around you. Release what has run its course. I like that because guess what? It's not what no longer serves you. It says what's run its course. Meaning what's finished, what's done, it's over, kaput. Let it go. I think you better let it go. It's run its course and move forward with confidence. The choices that you make now can shape the next stage of your journey. So go with that information as you wish to, okay? Because that's what I got for you. I'm going to go back over here because the page wouldn't let me load it elsewhere, which was weird. Back to the original message, same message. Pay attention to where your energy goes. Everything does not deserve your response. Every battle does not deserve your attention. Every invitation does not deserve your participation. You can say no. Some distractions are simply tests of alignment. Asking you, are you still committed to the version you said you wanted? Are you committed to the version that you wanted? She said, then wait. It said, if it's the run its course, is that what you mean? It's the ran its course. And that's like sometimes one of the ladies said, we stay around too long. That old lady, she said that, and she said it best. Like, that lady gave a whole sermon in 1 sentence. Like, sometimes you already know that it was done, and done. Let me see if I can find this lady. She said we stay around too long. The universe done already told us to let it go. God done told us to let it go.
Listen. So I think that, we don't even realize that we are somebody else's missing ingredient because we don't value the essence of what we bring to the table. So, you're oversaturated in another person's experience when they got enough of what you offer. So they don't value it over there, but you keep going over there because it's familiar. But they already got plenty of what you offer. But if you just change your perspective and you change your opportunity to just advance yourself from just looking over here, and you will realize that right here is where you're going to be appreciated. Right here, you got their missing ingredient. And then we get upset with ourselves because we feel like, well, who's going to appreciate it? When you encounter the individual that realizes you their missing ingredient, they're going to appreciate you. So don't get upset about oversaturations in markets where you don't belong. So, we just be figuring it out. Like,
she ain't even who I was talking about, but I like her because, she be saying shit and then she be cussing. She be letting niggas know. She told somebody, she said something Monday, and she was saying something about relationships or something, and a nigga came in her comments. She said, please leave because you look like you don't bathe. I was cracking the fuck up.
Too long that when it's finally addressed, the person that's in the wrong takes offense to it, like you're doing something wrong. It's like someone shows up to work every single
I learned this a long time ago. Some people sit right next to you every day and still leave you feeling empty.
No, I love being the one that got away. I would rather be the one.
Wait, check me out, King, check me out.
He said, this comment says, sometimes the only thing we did wrong in a relationship or in a marriage was we stayed too long. I don't know who this is, but
y'all know.
I'm going to let him cook.
The only thing you did in the relationship or the marriage, sometimes you stayed too long. I know you're like, what are you talking about? You overplayed your part. You didn't. The red flags popped up and you didn't even acknowledge them. Why? Because you saw something in that person that they didn't see in themselves. So therefore, it wasn't able to work. Staying too long. When it's time to go, you let go and you move on with your life in peace, gracefully, no hard feelings. Take your lesson and walk right into your blessings. My God, free game. Wait.
Free game. Because sometimes it's just familiar. It's and it's human nature.
Maybe the hardest truth that you'll ever have to admit to yourself is that you stayed too long. You gave another chance, then another, then one more, because they promised this time would be different. You called it loyalty. You called it love. You called it seeing the good in people. But sometimes it isn't any of those things. Sometimes it's fear. Fear of starting over, fear of being alone, fear that you just hang on a little bit longer. Everything you're invested won't be for nothing. And sometimes it's hope. Hope that the person you kept waiting for will finally become the person they've promised to be all along. That's why walking away is so painful. You're not just walking away from a person. You're walking away from the future you pictured in your head. The vacations that never happened, the holidays you imagined, the conversations you thought you'd have someday. The version of life you kept believing was right around the corner. Here's the part nobody wants to talk about. Sometimes the biggest betrayal isn't what they did. It's how many times you talked yourself into giving them one more chance.
Period.
one more conversation, one more.
And we be betraying ourselves and don't even realize it. But mind you, as she was saying that, it reminded me of Beyonce, right? Sometimes people don't want to let you go because of what they have put into it. Because what she said was, she gonna be rocking something if I let you go. If I let you go, damn, I can't let you go. She gonna rock them VVS stones. I let you go. Got the house on the. You see what I'm saying? You're beneficial, and sometimes people holding on because of what you can do, and I don't want nobody else having that. So I don't fuck with you, but I don't want nobody else having this either.
Promise. One more year. Until one day, you look up and you realize your life has been passing by while you've been waiting for someone else to change. And that's when it finally hits you. You weren't staying because they kept giving you reasons to. You were staying because you couldn't let go of the person you hoped they would become. Maybe the hardest truth that you'll ever have to admit to yourself.
This lady came over my house one time, right? And she came to buy something from me. And I don't know why everybody that always came over here to buy something, we always start having a conversation. We be talking about a bunch of shit, right? Anyway, long story short, it was an older white lady. She was very nice. She brought her daughter. And she said that she wanted to leave this nigga, but she couldn't leave him because he wouldn't know how to take care of himself. I said, if you died today, what would he do? Like, sometimes we want to act like we are more important to a person, but if you die today, they gonna figure it the fuck out. And even if a person acts like they couldn't live without you, if you died today, they're gonna fucking live without you. She said, ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, meaning we've been here for too long, or we've been here long enough, and I'm not gonna move out the way. But anyway, she said, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Don't you ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. She said she gonna be rocking chinchilla coats if I let you go. This is gonna be a lot of materialistic shit, but you know, bitches be thinking that. Pent in the house off the coast if I let you go. She gonna take everything I own if I let you go. I can't let you go, damn if I let you go. Mind you, this nigga doing shit, but mind you, it's her. So regardless of the fact, if I was her, you know, she's supposed to protect her empire. But however it goes, it's stuff like this that gets publicized and things of that nature, and should it be a thing. If a person ain't doing you right, then, you know, maybe you should just run away. But she said she gonna rock them VVS stones if I let you go. Cooped in the back of the rolls if I let you go. She gonna profit everything I taught. Like, why somebody else should benefit off of everything I taught you if I let you go? I can't let you go, damn if I let you go. Tell me how I should feel when I know what I know, and a female intuition is telling me you a dog. People told me about the flames. I couldn't see through the smoke. When I need answers, accusations, what you mean you gonna choke? Mind you, that means you've been putting your hands on bitches. I love this song, so you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It could be like, you know, the other thing, and you shouldn't be listening to it, but this is the lyrics. You can't stay, you gotta go. Ain't no other chick spending your dough. So just like the, what's his name, Big Tigger, Mr. Tigger, let her go. A bitch would rather see a nigga go to jail if I let you go, because I'm gonna act like you beat me and everything else. Then come to find out, a whole nother video comes around, and apparently this chick has been questioned in her daughter's disappearance. Her and her baby daddy went to court. The baby daddy won custody, and then somehow out of nowhere the little girl comes up missing, and now she's off in another life, married to a whole nother nigga. And so it's confusing to me. Like, I don't know if he knew about this whole scenario, but it seemed like the person that he should have never been caught up with this bitch anyway.
After this report of Alicia Brown arrested in a disappearance.
All right, so I got to turn this down because it has music. It says, Tigger's wife, this is the daughter that came up fucking missing. And apparently after that shit that happened yesterday when she was trying to be, you know, the abused white lady, because that's what it came off, she got her ass locked the fuck up is what's being said. So apparently she is being charged with some other shit. This is the dad. He was supposed to be given custody. She took, and now the little girl's missing. But they're saying at this point, they ain't never found the girl. And apparently, at this point, she would be 17 years old. And all that made me think was, because when the person sent it to me, my friend sent it to me, and I said, oh, she crazy then. But anyway, when the person sent it to me, this is the other thing that I made note of. Them tables will turn. And you trying to do that bullshit, her trying to get somebody else locked the fuck up, and somebody else's life taken away. God bless me. Somebody else's life taken away, got her ass hemmed back up for a crime or for some charges that she should have already been locked the fuck up for anyway. She said, Majestic Grace said, yeah, I told you, I knew I seen something about her. Yeah, that's what it was. But I didn't know that. I didn't know nothing about it other than the fact that when I seen the video pissed me the fuck off because, bitch, ain't nobody did nothing to you. You're trying to get this man locked the fuck up. Give him his fucking phone. And anyway, if you got to do all that, then, bitch, it's definitely time to go. And sometimes we just don't know. You know what I mean? And either way, love yourself a little bit more. Sometimes we just don't fucking know. Because I ain't going to say nothing because, shit, we done been in all types of shit. And sometimes it takes growth. But also maybe the tables are turning to where a lot of people are starting to realize, like, the way we were conditioned to love wasn't real. And, you know, now we don't got to go through shit like that. Because I'm sure, you know, even before people was going through shit like that. The more you know, the more you grow. That's all I got. But all I know is, you see how one thing begat the other. Sometimes it takes some other shit to bring other stuff to light. And now, you know, this may be the thing that they needed. Because did he know that she was involved in that? Because I damn sure didn't. I don't even know the bitch. All I know is that I seen it. The shit pissed me the fuck off because why are you doing that? Like, this nigga ain't even touching you. And now the parodies that are out behind it is fucking hilarious because, you know, people will make fun of your ass in a heartbeat. You start doing some weird shit online. And so a lot of it is people saying, you know, talking like the boy that was in the back, Mr. Tigger, get off of her. But mind you, the men are running from the ladies. The men are running from the ladies, and while the ladies is being the aggressor, you know, crying and shit. If it was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing that to me. Bitch, you're taking away from bitches that do get they ass beat. Because niggas do be out here beating bitches' asses. And shit like that is going to make people, you know, not be believing them when they out here getting their ass beat. Anyway, do with that what you will. I wonder how many dudes are locked up behind women like this. Probably a lot. I mean, but again, this is the thing. What if some of these women could be some other, you know, people's karma? Because people can't say they ain't put their hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mike can't say you didn't put your hands on nobody. It might just be the specific bitch that made you manhandling her ass. You know what I'm saying? I told you I had to go to fucking, I never can remember it. Majestic Grace. What is it called? You know it every time. You gotta go to therapy when you out here fucking putting your hands on people and shit. And sometimes that's the way you get taught. Like, if you love me, some people don't think that if you don't put your fucking hands on them that you don't love them. That's the thing. So I done seen women that end up with men that don't abuse they ass, but by the time the relationship is over, this nigga done turned into a fucking abuser because he done realized that I gotta beat this bitch ass. That's the only way she gonna understand. But she forced him into that, and I know that's crazy, y'all, and I don't condone this, but I've seen it before. I have really literally seen a nigga that never put their hands on nobody, and this is the conversation that was being had. The girl grew up that way, with her getting her ass beat. That's the way men or people that she knew showed her love. And because this nigga, and I forgot what I was watching, it showed that because this nigga didn't beat her ass, she didn't think that the nigga loved her. And Majestic Grace said, I'm sure countless, Mike, because I'm not sure how many of those dudes didn't make the whole snap. So some men be priding themselves on driving bitches crazy, like I be driving bitches crazy. Okay, then now you see why you got this. You be happy about doing shit to bitches to where now you know they done lost their whole mental facilities and this, that, and the third, and now you acting fucking psycho. And it just depends upon the thing, because guess what? Listen, I'm not condoning none of this, but in my mind, it's just making me wonder, like, you know how you ever had somebody, they be like, I done dick this bitch down. Yeah, now I'm crazy. Now I'm about to spaz. Only hands I put on are loving and me smacking that ass. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And then just think, when you get that one good ass that you really like, and then you be like in the mid stroke, you choke this bitch the fuck up, like, don't give nobody else my pussy, bitch. Like, again, I ain't condoning it, but it just be the thing. And then it just be like with women, it be certain, types of strokes that put a bitch in a mental hold. And nigga, don't ever let me find out that you out here stroking a bitch this way. It's gonna piss me the fuck off. I am crying. Don't condone violence. But again, why you did that like that? And you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's a thing. I don't condone the violence, but nigga, it's a certain way to hit. It's a certain way to choke. It's a certain way to do everything. What the fuck she did, that ain't the way though. So I'ma just say that. But a nigga dick you down in the right way, bitch, psycho. That's just the way that it is. I mean, Mike, all we gonna do is tell the truth around here. We ain't gonna be lying, okay? So one bitch may have not want you to put them hands on her, and another bitch may be that one bitch that you like a lot, and you be like, ho, don't try me. We ain't talking about just abuse out this bitch, because some niggas just be abused. But it's funny because I be talking to my son. Watch this, y'all. This shit is funny. I was talking to him the other day, and this is exactly the thing. Have you ever wondered why? Now things that make you go, Son, what you doing? All right, I'm on live, but I got a question for you. I'm gonna just ask you this, and then I'm gonna hang up. Right? You so handsome, Zamir. I love you. Question: what is there never a lack of from a nigga that beat on bitches?
Bitches. Bitches to beat on.
Bitches to get beat on. Why? And what happens? How is it that the nigga that beat bitches always finds the bitch that he can beat?
I don't even know. That's the crazy part. Because they should be scared. Like, y'all not taking heed to his other ones?
And mind you, don't people be knowing the stories, right?
They know all the stories. They know the background, where, how he did, and be okay. He ain't gonna do it to me until he do it to you.
All right, I love you. I'll call you right back.
All right.
How is there never a lack of, y'all know that niggas be beating on bitches, but how is there never a lack of bitches that get beat on? Why do bitches, like, literally, it's the thing. She said ice cream. Mind you, which is funny, right? Which made me laugh, because you know who I'm going to say, Majestic Grace. Because they think he ain't going to do that to me. That's what my son just said. But mind you, it be the same bitches that already got beat on before by another nigga, because guess what? Even though they think that this nigga ain't gonna beat on him, they got beat on by the last nigga. So why the fuck would you link up with a nigga thinking that, okay, he ain't gonna beat on me, but you got your ass beat in the last relationship? Excuse me, and now you want to link up with another bitch that you think. So anyway, finesse 2 times, right? I was laughing because, remember, and then not that it's funny at all, period, but everybody in the comments is always saying they love how he love her, and I said the same exact thing. So a person said, yeah, now all y'all women be saying y'all love how he love her. Now say something. I said I do love how he love her, because I ain't taking that shit the fuck back. I mean, niggas be having issues. So they was trying to say that, you know, because apparently she showed up and she had a black eye or something. So we do know he be hitting on bitches, because we done seen the bitches. Mind you, he said he be hitting on bitches, this, that, and the third. But why is there still bitches lined up to be a concubine? The nigga already said that. It be certain niggas that already be saying it. You already be watching the pathway from this bitch to this bitch, how this happened and how this happened, and then all of a sudden Mike said because they think he ain't gonna do me like that. Well, you know what they tell us? Believe a person when they tell you who they are the first time. So then you can't be out this bitch being mad, which makes me also wonder, like, should a nigga be locked the fuck up? They should be, but should a nigga be locked the fuck up if in fact I told you that I beat bitches, I showed you that I beat bitches, and then you brought your bitch ass over here to get beat on? I don't condone violence, and nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. But also, it's like patterns that we could actively see that continue to keep happening in life, and it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. This just happens to be one of the bad sides, but it always starts off as to something funny, because, you know, he's aggressive, he loved me. I done seen bitches be like, oh, this nigga, you know, is a nigga, because shit, I told y'all what type of niggas I like, them dark angels, you know what I mean, the ones that be the ones that God send when da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, long story short, bitches be like, you know, oh, a nigga will kill, steal, and destroy for me, but meanwhile don't realize, bitch, you're gonna be the thing that he kills, steals, and destroys, because he has no respect of person. They say common sense ain't common no more. It's not, but this the thing, we already been conditioned for that, because remember I told you Goldilocks was the victim, aka aggressor. So your future requires your focus. Your dreams require consistency. Y'all heard that confirmation. Your future requires your focus. Your dreams require consistency. Believe people when they tell you who they are the first time. Don't get yourself wrapped up into nothing, especially when you know where you're supposed to go, because the distractions are going to come. And then now you're dealing with some bullshit that you done dealt with before. And although we have different conversations, sidebar conversations, even in the midst of the conversation, the message is they expected you to lose focus. That's why discipline matters more than ever. It's important for you to focus. Your growth requires you to keep showing up, especially during the moments when nobody is applauding, nobody's watching, and nobody understands the work that you're doing behind the scenes. So the question is no longer, am I capable? The question becomes, will I remain committed long enough to witness what happens when I refuse to give up? Don't run. The distractions are not here to define you. They're here to reveal your level of focus, your strength, and your commitment to yourself. Protect your vision. Honor your growth. Guard your energy. Keep moving forward. I like that. It goes with when yesterday when you said future needs my attention, not my exhaustion. Exactly. That's a fact. They're here to reveal the level of focus, your strength, and your commitment to yourself. So protect your vision, honor your growth, guard your energy, and keep moving forward. Because the moment you stop abandoning yourself, to please distractions, emotions, or temporary circumstances, is the moment your life begins to shift. So stay focused, stay disciplined, stay aligned. Your future self is watching the choices you make today. So that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you wish to donate towards my channel, like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, super chat, super stickers, super stars are definitely welcome. The link to my GoFundMe is in the description box, and the links Everything you can find for me is there or in the bio. And so if you wish to donate towards my GoFundMe, the link is there, my Cash App there, and anything else you wish to know about me, booking an appointment, everything else. So go with God, and always go with God, and have the day y'all deserve. And so will I. So I love y'all, and thank y'all for being here. Majestic Grace, Mike, Mr. Steele, everybody that is here, Aaron, I love seeing you back in the chat too. Whoever else was here, Hawkins, Talib, my Aunt Louise, because the chat ain't coming up fast enough over here. So let's see. Your Dream Girl 88, thank you for being here. Lost Souls TV, thank you for being here. All right, y'all, I love you.